Hey everybody, Psychosaurus is here. Welcome back to Age of Empires Online, and today we are gonna do Invasion of Rome, but with a slightly unexpected unit. You might not really expect it, but yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting. So what I'm gonna do is actually Invasion of Rome with elephant archers, and let's be honest, elephant archers are not really like one of the best units in the game. Definitely, I would not put it anywhere near the top. Because that unit, in my opinion, has quite a few weaknesses. To even like consider that unit. Now yeah, you might be thinking, oh, it's just another ranged unit. Well, it's not behaving as your typical ranged unit, that's the problem. Normal ranged unit like target, finds its target, fires the arrow, and the target gets hit. Now, for elephant archer, this is not necessarily true, because they don't actually hit the target directly, but rather they hit the ground where the target will be standing, just like fortresses, arrow ships. So that's actually, I mean, it's not necessarily like disadvantage because it has some positives about it, but for a ranged unit I would say this is somewhat much less required, if I say so. You don't really want that from your ranged unit. And so elephant archers, I mean, let's be honest, how many times have you actually seen elephant archers in action? Not really that many, I'll bet. And I think that's for a good reason, because those units, they're not bad, but one would rather not use them because of how annoying it is to use them. So most players, I bet, would rather avoid using elephant archers overall. And screw you, Centurion. Like, Centurions are dumb. They seriously are dumb. They're the dumbest unit to go against you this early into the quest. Like, come on, it's not even 5 minutes in and you see Centurion. He just comes here, throws a javelin, villager is dead. Most units probably as well. It is seriously one of the dumbest units to see this early into the quest, because like you see it and you're like, oh, I got Brenos with this huge infantry armor, yeah, but they are Centurions with champion upgrade. That's not gonna help you. And it's just, it's so stupidly unbalanced, because the other two waves you can get, like these legionaries, that's nothing. Let's be honest, that's nothing. You get legionaries, yes, Brenos can survive that, no problem. Then you see like Ekkas, which are like, okay, Brenos does not have that huge armor against them, but Ekkas don't do that much damage to infantry anyway, so it's like not a big deal. But yeah, the Centurions are seriously the worst. Oi. Yeah, there's another one. Like, come on. Okay, come on. Actually get them enough food. Okay. Okay, we're setting this up almost there. Okay, we need those elephant archers, come on. good. We are good. I need more. Okay, let's switch. Okay. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Good. What's wrong with you, man? Very good. Hurry up. Come on, take it out. Why is there so many of you? Why? Not that bad. Okay, come on, just those 2 towers. That's all we need to do. Leave me be. Come on. Yes. Yes. We got it. Oh my god. I swear, I hate this quest. It's so random. So hard random. I hate it. But finally, oh my god. Okay, now I'm gonna talk. So much focus. Stupidly annoying. Oh my god, why are you attacking here? Get out of here. You have no right to be here. Finally gonna focus on you. Oh my god. Okay, so I should explain the build because yeah, that was too much focus. So yeah, as you saw, I was just defending with infantry and then tried to go in for the elephant archers. Now, what am I doing with my elephant archers? First of all, my advisors. So I obviously have Psychead, and recently Psychead has been buffed, so elephant archers are cheaper by 30%. 30% overall. Before it was just the gold cost, now it's the overall cost, which I would say it helped. It's not that huge, but it definitely helped. Like, I don't need that huge economy. Oi. So that definitely helped. That's one really important thing. And another thing is Timon H2 instead of Guyana. Now, why am I not going for Guyana? Why am I not utilizing the maximum range? You could do that theoretically, but I have one big issue with elephant archers, and that is they are more likely to miss from greater distance, because if you know how they are working, you know that they are not actually targeting the units, but rather the ground where the units are standing. So instead of like trying to hit units from the distance, which is not really worth, because that's more likely where they are gonna miss. Because most likely what's gonna happen, if you hit the one time, then the AI will suddenly change direction they are going, because they will be like confused where did the damage come from. That's number one reason. They'll be confused, they'll change direction, and suddenly, hey, my elephant is gonna miss the rest of the arrows. So that's not a good thing. So that's why I kinda dislike going full range on elephant archers. It's not as effective because you still need the enemy units to stand still, and so you need a meat shield. So it's not ideal situation at this point, no matter what. So you cannot really go easily high range, maximum damage output with elephant archers. And only elephant archers, that's not gonna work. You need some front line. And at this point, you most likely are gonna sacrifice Psychead to get the other units buffed. Like for example, I could go infantry. And if I do that, I am most likely gonna use Sobek's spear sharpener for H4. So at that point my elephant archers are losing their damage output, which is not that good. And like I said, greater distance is not really working. That's why instead of going like pure damage, maximum range build, I decided to try something a little bit different. And one thing you need to notice about elephant archers is their base health is very high, and like seriously high. I think their base health is like 750, maybe 800 health. I don't remember the exact number, but it's like 700 to 800 health, which is great. For a ranged unit, that's actually really good. That means they can soak some good amount of damage. So I've decided, what if I do the similar thing I do with war chariots for the Babylonians? Because if you go with war chariots, they don't have that huge range. They can do the damage output, but most likely, or rather the best thing they can do is they can soak a lot of damage, like about the same amount of health, but because they have also some pierce armor, that works for them as well. And because of that pierce armor, you should not really be afraid to get to the closer range. And that's where they truly shine, because like you get closer, hey, they do a lot of damage. They're fast. They can kite enemy units. They have very good damage. They can kill them before they reach them. And why would you care about the fortresses at that point, or towers? Because you soak so much of the pierce damage that you're not really worried. So that was the idea. Obviously, this is not a war chariot. You cannot soak that amount of pierce damage because no base pierce armor, which is a shame for the unit. That does not mean you cannot go a little bit tanky, because you still have like, you can get like 1500 health, which is not that bad, and because I'm using Celeste, I also get some extra pierce armor, so you can soak some good amount of pierce armor. It's not that great as with war chariots, but it's definitely nothing that would not be like worth talking about, because it's really good health, seriously. So that's why I've replaced the Divine High Vizier with some more defensive cloth armor. I decided to go with Set's Best West. Obviously you can go with you can go with like Actaeon, you can go Theseus, you can go, if you have Set's Kitten from the summer event. All of these are pretty good options. It obviously depends what you're going against. In this case, I'm against Romans. What would I be most likely afraid of would be like Ekes and Slingers, right? But yes, Ekes are scary against range, but it's not because of their necessarily too high damage output. They do good damage, not gonna lie, but it's not like super high because of the gear they have in Legendary Quest. It's rather their high pierce armor and good amount of health that I'm afraid of. And then there are slingers, but slingers, like, sure, they have some pierce armor, but their health is not like one of the highest, so it's not like super scary unit to go against. It hurts, sure, but it's not like the scariest unit. Yeah, I swear, they have like gold miners somewhere. So we have to take care of those. Okay, let's go. Okay, are they mining? No, it doesn't look like it. So yeah, the main idea behind the Elephant Archers here is just be defensive, don't be afraid to get close. Obviously, the closer the enemies are, the less damage is gonna be wasted. In fact, I would say once they're in melee range, you're not really wasting any damage. Okay, there's the sheep. Okay, come on, let's end units. So yeah, honestly, arrows, piercing frost, I mean, best arrows you can get. Just be careful, don't cut down the wrong trees you don't want to, okay? Okay, I wonder where they are now. Okay, let's take the treasure can. Okay, they gotta be around here somewhere. I seriously hate fountains. That's another thing. If you have like these fountains, nice. Okay, we're done. Good. So if we have like these fountains here, you cannot destroy them, but you can like still hit them, which is another thing that's really annoying about elephant archers. They can hit those, because of their low splash, they won't really do damage to anything, and it's another thing why I feel like if you try to compare elephant archer to something like war wagon or I don't know, like ballista or something like that, elephant archers don't really shine at that moment because their splash area is not that huge. It's just one unit. Come on, that's pretty bad if you ask me. Like it's not that it wouldn't work or nothing, something like that. It's gonna be useful, but it's not gonna be that useful. Okay, because one unit is like, if you hit a unit directly, the units to the splash will be applied to must stand like immediately next to it. And like by immediately I mean, hey, I have this legionary right here. It would have to be like in the right next to it, right here, maybe even closer than that. So like one unit is not that good. I mean, it can definitely do some nice damage, don't get me wrong, but it's like very limited to what it can do. That's why I feel like elephant archers are like so very limited. Like, yeah, you hit the ground. If you have the long range, then the enemies will change direction because you have low splash. You won't really do any damage because of that. So at that point you're like screwed, because how are you supposed to utilize that unit? That's why I'm going into the melee range, the closer range. Obviously the closer they are to the target, the less likely it is to miss the target. So that's why I decided to go with this more defensive build. So like going with Celeste, Theseus, Actaeon, whichever you have. I would say Celeste is the best one because, hey, you most likely will be taking a lot of damage from distance. So that's why the pierce armor. But obviously it's your choice. It can depend on the quest as well. So don't get me wrong. Any of those cloth armors can be useful. Just pick one. Now, obviously, if I go into the melee range, this is not like the toughest unit, obviously, because it has good health. But for a 4-pop unit, that's not the highest health you've seen in the game. Definitely not. So, in that scenario, it's not that powerful. And also it lacks any base armor, like no armor at all. So crush damage, pierce damage, melee damage, all of it is just gonna do full damage to it. So it can take some damage, but it's not gonna be that amount that you would compare to some other tankier unit. Like for example hoplites. Hoplites can definitely soak a lot more damage than these elephant archers, and they are only 1 pop. So you can expect those elephant archers to be dying, and this is another reason why I am using Timon, because Timon obviously makes them cheaper, so not only it's faster to get them because of the lower cost, I can also afford losing them because they won't be costing that much to replace. And also I get the reduced training time, and 20% is really huge time, because if we take a look at the training time here, it's showing 19 seconds, so like 1/5 down, this is 4/5, so it would be like 24-25 seconds to train one of these. So you can definitely tell it takes quite a while to get them up. And obviously you need a lot of fortresses. You're playing as Egyptian, so it's not that bad as it would be with the other civs. But still, fortress is fortress. It takes a while to build it. It takes a lot of resources to even start building it. Okay, 700 units, that's a lot of resources. Okay, treasure camps, you saw it. One over here on this island behind this river. One was the right base down here, and the other one was like behind the northern gate up here on the cliff above this temple of Vesta. But yeah, let's continue with the elephant archers. So yeah, going into melee range, less likely to miss, that means higher damage output. And you can also see they have pretty good damage output, like 200 DPS. Getting over 200 DPS with these units, I mean, that's pretty good. Remember, they still have the splash. Not the greatest, but it definitely helps. So this is very good damage output, and for 4 pop unit, more than 50 DPS per pop, that's pretty good actually. That's higher than most of the ranged units. Like, there are like few 1 pop units that get higher than that. Like for example, Toxotes can get above that, but if you show me like over 50 DPS, that's really good for a ranged unit, not gonna lie. Especially when you include the fact that it has splash. Now for my bow, and this is the last thing, arrows, obviously the best choice. Master Assassin's the best thing you can put here. And the cost increase is not that bad, because obviously I'm getting these 2 discounts. But yeah, if you have like the Bahram's boots, for example, that would be a better option in my opinion, because you also get the movement speed, and that can help you. And oh boy, yeah, it just reminds me why Bahram items are so OP. You could also micro them properly, so you can keep better distance away from the enemy units. That's also nice. Now I've chosen Marduk's bow. And why is that? Honestly, I was testing like Alexander's bow, just going in the more defensive build. That one also worked, that's not bad. But from what I've been trying out, this one has ended up probably being the best, not because of the range, but because of the attack rate. And like I said, if you attack this one unit and you like waste a lot of damage on it, these units actually take quite a while to start attacking again. And you could see it, even with Sekhead and Marduk, it still took quite a while. So yeah, it's not like the fastest attacking unit. And obviously if you kill the unit early, then there's a long time before they start attacking again. So that's why I feel like it's better to go with the attack rate for this unit than just going pure damage. I think you're gonna do much better with that, and obviously you need to see it for yourself to just believe me. But yeah, basically if I pick the slower bows, they will do the damage, but then it will take forever to start attacking again. And yes, if they kill the one unit and too many elephant archers focus that unit, then suddenly, hey, that's a huge overkill. So in this case, I would say Marduk's is gonna be your best option overall. But obviously don't be afraid to try the other bows. I think Alexander is also pretty good, making them a little bit more tankier. That can be that is fun for some other quests. But yeah, hopefully I explained the elephant archers, what I did here. But yeah, Piercing Frost obviously is the best thing you can get for your ranged units right now, so definitely get this one. Sets Best Vest or some other defensive cloth armor. And then just typical Master Assassin, Bottoms, I know whatever you have. And obviously if you can get Marduk's bow, that's really good. Otherwise, yeah, try Alexander, for example, so you have like more tankier version of these. Let's get back. Do I have all 3 chests? Nice. Let's get back home for the rewards. So yeah, this was my build for the elephant archers that I've been trying out, and as you can see, it can work out. But yeah, I've been doing this couple tries, and believe me, the invasion of Rome it feels too random sometimes. Okay, so it's pretty bad. But yeah, for the rewards here, you saw 3 treasure camps there. Then you get 150 empire points, 10,000 coins, and 6 5-star legendary chests. This is 6 days 5-star legendary quests, by the way. And then obviously we have the time challenge with 1 guaranteed legendary item, 2,500 coins, and 2 5-star legendary chests. And then 1 more for no converting priest. I forgot to mention that. No converting priest. And additional 3 chests and 2,500 coins. So pretty well rewarding quest. Ligeia, that's nice one. Bad stats, I would say, on this sword. This one is pretty mediocre, if not below average. This one is very good. This one might be worth some coin. Not bad. Also get me that sheep. I'll add it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this Elephant Archer video, and hopefully there will be some big changes to these, because oh my god, I heard rumors and I don't want to see them. I just feel like it would hurt the unit in some way, and I just don't want to see that, okay? If it happens, I'll explain why. I feel like it would be bad, but hopefully not. So yeah, hope you enjoyed these Elephant Archers. If you did, please press the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, give it a try. Definitely try the more defensive build for the Elephant Archers. I think it's fun to use them this way. And it makes sense, like going pure damage range, it's just too boring to me already. I just see that on any other range unit. For them it works because they cannot miss, but for Elephant Archers, different story. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment. I'll see you next time. Bye.